Hey guys, Coach Cindy here with your holiday survival guide. We were in the midst of the holiday season. And it's that time where food is super tasty, and of course it's a time to make really great memories, but it's also a time where we can overindulge and really start abusing our bodies and those delicious treats and neglecting some of the habits that we've put in place all year. Now, instead of going down this rabbit hole this holiday season, I'm going to give you some holiday tips, or some tips that are going to get you out of that nightmare stage maybe, and then get you into appreciating the holiday season for what it is. So number one, if you're at a holiday function, try and stick to a smaller plate whenever is possible. Two, if you continue to prioritize eating your protein and your vegetables first at every meal, then at least you'll fill up on that versus trying to eat your carbs and everything else first. Try and prioritize your protein and your vegetables first. Eat to 80% full and eat slowly regardless of what you're eating. So even if you find yourself with a glass of wine or you find yourself in front of the dessert tray, consider eating it slowly and consider checking in with your body to see, am I 80% full? And that'll avoid the overstuffed feeling that you can feel. And consider the carbs coming from the bread, the potatoes, the stuffing, the cranberries, the desserts, the wine, and other alcoholic beverages. Not saying avoid, just saying those are all carbohydrates. And five, enjoy your selection of food instead of just eating because it's in front of you. Eat what makes you feel good and what you truly want. And don't get suckered into FOMO. I need to overindulge as this will be gone soon and I will never get to eat again and it's now or never. Or believing this is your only chance to eat this food. Check in with yourself. How does this make you feel? Is it what you really want? Really? How many times have you done that holiday season? Some other simple wins though would include, don't make yourself so sick or so drunk that you can't remember what you ate. Just because you have the capacity to store large amounts of food in your belly doesn't mean you need to use it all. Focus on satisfaction and quality rather than quantity. Number two, you want to check yourself at the door. Your expectations. You want to visualize your goal when you enter a space and manage your expectations. Have a backup plan. Don't let throwing caution to the wind be the option. Number three, if you overindulge and beat yourself up about it, don't do that. Often the way we beat ourselves up is worse than the food that we've just consumed. Four, give yourself permission to speak up against food pushers. This is a big one, and judgment, of course. Stop thinking you're going to hurt someone's feelings by not eating or not finishing. Don't be a people pleaser for the sake of someone else. Spare yourself this holiday season. Number five, restriction and refraining won't earn you a gold medal. No, it won't. Your body is not the center of the holiday, and maintenance can be a goal. It exists between progress and regression. My best tip, though, is I always say that the first bite should be as good as the last bite. If you eat slowly, you should be able to ask yourself, does this still taste good? Then proceed from there. It might mean another chip, it might not. Overall, make decisions that align most with your values as best you can. Now, Christmas extravaganzas, that's a tough word, including the big day itself, usually only last 2 weeks out of the year. So there's 52 weeks in the year, it only lasts 2 weeks. That is only 3.8% of the year. Now, if you think about that, we add a lot of stress just for 3.8% of the entire year. And even if we're nailing it, the other 96.2% of the year, is 2 weeks really going to set you back? Is it worth considering? Is it 100% bad 100% of the time? The holidays don't have to be about overindulging, while the rest of the year is about discipline and self-control. They don't have to be just about food either, and they don't have to be a way of they don't have to be a way of self-discipline. You've been really good all year, so here's your reward, is to overindulge yourself. It doesn't have to be that way either. That took me a while. What are you actually celebrating during the holidays? The food? No. The hard work you put in leading up to the big day? No. Food is just one part of the holiday. It's not the whole story. So you need to choose that approach that works best for you. But sometimes we put way too much stress on ourselves when it's already a stressful time of year and we're full of temptations. Be kind to yourself. Check in with yourself. Eat slowly, prioritize the protein and the vegetables. Those are great things. Give yourself permission to say no to food pushers and their agenda, and just think about this. It's not really maybe a time for you to dial it up. It might be a time for you just to maintain the status quo, that it doesn't mean regression. And most of the time, it's not 100% bad 100% of the time. And just think about it, it's 3.8% of the year. So focus on that being a small chunk of time. And it is not a time to reward yourself for all the self-discipline and deprivation and what have you, whatever strategy you use the rest of the time of the year. So I hope that helps you survive your holiday meal this year and to fully invest your energy and time into making memories this holiday season, not overstuffing yourself.